All right, guys, we are live tonight. We're talking about junior high camps. Anthony Sweeney and Lance Bolt is with us, and we got Lance is actually coaching a baseball game, so I got him muted until he's up because he's coaching first base. So we'll get him going here in just a second. But what we're going to talk about is junior high camps. I want to jump off giving the info about two of the junior high camps. There are more than what we're going to talk about tonight, but specifically, we're talking about junior high 1 and junior high 2 here at Oil Belt. Junior high 1 is with Anthony Sweeney as the dean, June 11th through 17th, and junior high 2 is with Lance Bolt from July 23rd through July 29th. You can go to oilbelt.com to register. So oilbelt.com, it's going to be a great summer camp, and these guys are going to tell you all about the fun we're going to have at camp this year. So first up, let's let Anthony go and tell us a little bit about yourself, Anthony, and some of your camp background that you have here at Oil Belt.
Yeah, so I moved into the area into Centralia about 5 years ago. My wife and I grew up at camp in Salem, Indiana, Wonder Valley. That's where we met. And so that's, you go to camp to meet girls. That's promoted there. We started off at, when we moved here to Centralia, I had just finished serving 10 years on the board at Hilltop Christian Camp in Columbus, Indiana. So loved it there. Came here, accidentally told Tyler that I loved camp, and he's got me plugged into all kinds of cool things. This is my second year as being a dean of junior high 1. Some other things I'm involved with. I'm also a board member at the camp now, a treasurer, and we also are. I'm able to be involved in the men's retreat, or men's night. Excuse me, men's night.
Men's night. Get the right phrase there. No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, Anthony has been awesome. We've had some good times here at camp. Lance, you got a second to tell us about camp?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Sweet. All right. Hey, introduce yourself, Lance. Tell us all about who you are, buddy.
All right. I'm Lance Bolt. I grew up at Oil Belt, and my dad was faculty there my whole childhood, and dean, and I absolutely love Oil Belt. It's like a second home in a lot of ways for me, and this is my third or fourth year, I think, as dean and junior high, second junior high week, and absolutely love it. Love the age group. Love the kids. We got a good faculty, I believe, that's going to come in and help. A lot of them come from Little Grove Christian Church, where I preach at, between Mount Vernon and Centralia. But we got Bob Beckman from Grayville, Abby Schnautz. We got a really good group of faculty that's just a lot of fun. The kids love them, and looking forward to it. Our theme is going to be Only Yours. And talking about only Jesus. I mean, there's a song that by Casting Crowns that we'll use as a theme song called Only Jesus, but it's all kind of driven around that. But and then we have Ken Mundy Christian Church coming in to lead the worship during Vespers. And I've had them the last couple years. Kyle Hales, I went to school with him at Woodlawn High School. They're just it's a great group, real good group. Super excited. I just found out actually today that he's coming and helping us. So. And then I got a really good worship group from Little Grove, the Sheridan family. They're going to be there all week too during the morning worship time, and you got to come. Great group of people that love the Lord, and we do a lot of swimming. If you like to swim, I think we broke a camp record last year and how often we went out there and swam. But it's just a lot of fun. I really appreciate Tyler letting me come back one more year to do this.
Hey, no problem. And in July, it's hot, so that's why we swim a lot. So it was plenty warm last year.
Morning, afternoon, and night.
we kept throwing them in. So, Hey, Lance, everyone wants to know, the big question was, did you guys win tonight?
Did we? Yes, we won our varsity game against Paris. So now I'm coaching first base over here during the JV game, and we're up 4-2 in the fifth. So a lot of baseball today here at Lawrenceville.
Very important info. Big stuff to know right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Sweet. Well, hey, Lance went off into a little bit about his camp. Anthony, tell us a little bit about junior high 1. What are you guys planning at junior high 1 this year?
Well, this is going to be kind of a cool year. I absolutely, again, will echo, I absolutely love our faculty. One of the things that I found out last year with our faculty is that every single one of them are just here to love on the kids. We want to create a family environment where the kids feel safe and they feel like that this is an opportunity to grow and to learn. We're partnering this year with Micah Ballou from the Cornerstone Christian Church near Scott Air Force Base. So super excited to get to work with him this year. Some of the things that they're going to do. We're planning our worship where he and I will do some tag team preaching along with our other youth minister that's helping us, Scott Goodson. So really looking forward to that. We just do a lot of fun but a lot of learning as well. So I think, we keep the kids busy, but we also absolutely love it. Our theme is going to center around Jesus is, as the camp theme would indicate. We'll focus in on living your life for Christ. We'll also spend some time on the plan of salvation, baptism, spend some time on, the living the Christian life. And we just do all kinds of cool things in that regard. We're willing to do anything and everything. Last year we had a talent show night, and that was absolutely crazy.
It was nuts.
The kids loved it. But last year was a whole lot of fun working with the faculty that we had, working with everybody at Oil Belt. And again, just the key thing is we are here to engage and to reach the kids, to love on them, and to help them be the best version of themselves while following Christ. And so we're super excited. But like I said, the main thing is just creating that family type of environment.
Right, for sure. Now, something I want to go to Lance with and ask him, because there are not very many people outside of Lance Bolt I know who are more busy than Lance Bolt and his family. You guys are very, very busy. You're very involved in the school, the community, the church. You guys do a lot of extracurriculars with sports because you have a couple kids and all of them are active in a lot of different clubs and sports. So something I hear from parents all the time, especially as students get into junior high and high school, is, man, I'm too busy to go to camp. And so, Lance, I know for you, you are too busy to go to camp, but you make time every summer to come to camp. So tell us, why should students do, with sports, with clubs, with trips, all the stuff in summer? What's the reason you make time to come to camp, and why should they?
Well, number one, I think one of the problems that we have right now in society is we get really busy with a lot of things, and that's fine. But, our priorities have got to be right. And that means we got to put God number one, and we got to teach these kids that, if we can't take a week out of the summer and devote it to church camp and drawing closer to the Lord, then I'm not sure if we're doing the right. We got to get that right. These kids are being drawn in all different directions. And yes, I make a big deal about baseball in a way or extracurricular stuff. But my kids will tell you that Jesus is number one, and that he has to be. And, yes, I'm a very busy man, principal at high school, head baseball coach, preacher at a church for now 23 years. And but like this right here, these kids right behind me, this is the future of our society, and these are the guys that I put a lot of time and effort in. I do the same thing with camp. It's about the kids, and that's what if everybody has the mindset that it's about the kids, and we want to lead that next generation, then I think then we're on the right path. So just to echo what Anthony was saying, this is. Camp is so much fun. It's so much fun. It's my favorite week of the summer. I look forward to that more than anything else. And we have a great faculty that all feel the same way. They're texting me all the time saying, "Hey, I can't wait. Who's so-and-so coming? Can I do this?" And I know that they want to put so much into the kids. And every year, you come in on Sunday, you don't hardly know anybody. And by the end of the week, they're like family. And
Right.
and I cry every week or every summer whenever I leave on Saturday.
It's true. He does. He's a
I do.
crier.
I come to Tyler like I don't want it. I mean, this is the whole year you look forward to that. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, but it's about the kids.
Yep. Yeah, no, I know you put a lot of effort into it. It's not easy for you and your family to be there because you guys are involved and being a light in your community. And but that's why we appreciate you coming, because I know you're really putting time and effort into it. So, hey, if you got to jump off here, that's all cool. So
Right.
whatever you need to do, we ain't holding
Did
you
I
here.
not
But
put the T on the end of my name?
Lance Bolt.
Is the T on there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
from
you're
my
good.
angle, it just looks like BOLD. All right, that's good.
Yeah, we got the
Anyway.
T. You got to add it on there, make it right.
Right. All right.
So,
Thanks, Tyler.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
See ya. I'm going to keep Anthony on here for a second because I want to ask him, as these guys are, let me see if I can hide him here. Here we go. There we go. We got him. He's good. We closed him out. But Anthony, I know for you have a lot of camp history and you spend a lot of time at camp, and you have kids that are almost, well, Anderson was old enough to come to camp last year. So you have kids getting into camp. So, and you've been very involved. So tell us a little bit about why you believe in camp. What makes you tell kids, get your own family to come to camp?
I think the key thing with camp is it's a week where we can just get away from all the noise of life. And that's true with the kids too. I mean, we're surrounded by noise, whether it's the media, the social media, whether it's just the busyness of their schedule with sports and the extracurriculars. For our particular week being so close from when school lets out, it's just kind of that week to just get away from it all and just to focus in on your relationship with Christ and building relationship with other Christians, specifically other Christians from various areas. And I think with Oil Belt, we're supported by 108 churches. So it's a wonderful opportunity to get to know kids from all kinds of different churches, all kinds of different areas, and just build upon those relationships. That's from the kids' perspective. It's just a way to get away and just really focus in on growing deeper. From a faculty's position, it's an incredible opportunity to serve. It's an incredible opportunity to break down any barriers that you've had. A lot of people who start, with us at camp, like, I don't know if I can relate to these kids. I don't know if I can do this or that. And they're real hesitant at first, but then after the first day, they're just right in there with everybody else. And they just see what they are capable of and see what God can do with them. And, personally, that's such an incredible thing to witness. And again, the kids' hearts and their minds are open. After the first day, they're ready to grow. They're ready to grow. They're ready to learn. And that is just incredible. So I guess so many things with camp that I encourage, but one of it is just let your kids go, get away from all the noise, all the craziness of life, and just reflect on their spiritual walk. There's so many things we can provide kids. There's so many things we want our kids to have, but why not give them the gift of everlasting life? And really spend that time developing that and growing closer to Christ. It is just absolutely incredible. Camp has also been one from a minister's perspective. Kids who go to camp, it's just incredible from one week to the next. And then for the entire year, it seems like they're on fire. I know a lot of people will say, well, they came off camp on fire, but then they went down. No, that may be the case, but I've seen way too many cases where the kids remain on fire and just taken to a whole new level. Because again, they're not distracted by a bunch of nonsense. They're just focusing in on how they can serve, how they can grow, how they can learn, and just a wonderful opportunity to take these kids to the next step.
Yep, for sure. And that's the thing. I mean, you mentioned so many things there where camp is just so foundational in a kid's life, and it's life-changing. We see it every week of the summer when kids come out here, and just can't tell parents enough, students enough, make time to be here. Junior high, that high school, those ages, it does get hard because you get into so many things. But man, it's going to be an incredible camp. Get this, Anthony. I pulled up as we were talking there. You currently have 73 students coming to junior high 1 right now. So that's pretty awesome. That's a great start, being that, we're still 2 months out, over 2 months out. And then junior high 2, Lance has already jumped off, but there's 46 students for that one. And that one's, that's 3.5 months out. So that's awesome. Those are some great numbers right now. For the whole camp, there's over 1,100 students signed up this summer already. So thank you, parents, for getting students signed up. Make sure you're inviting friends, telling people about it. That's why we're doing these lives. So parents go, what's junior high? Who are Anthony and who's Lance? They can get to meet you guys a little bit and go, oh, hey, at least heard a little bit about what kids will expect, the theme, some of the lessons, some of the faculty who will be there. So appreciate your time. Anthony, anything you want to say about junior high camp before we sign off?
Like I said, going back to it, I think the key thing is, especially coming out of COVID, is for the kids to know that they're in a safe place, and that they're with adults who care about them and who want what's best for them. And we are just going to guide them. We're going to lead them closer to Christ and trying to get, again, away from all the noise, empower them, encourage them, support them, and help them to leave better, but to also leave focused and just having that desire, that thirst for more as they go back to their local churches. I think, as far as supporting churches and some of the people who may be watching this as donors, the one thing that I will echo that I think is surprising, and another reason why I so much appreciate camp, and I've noticed this at Oil Belt, especially, the amount of kids that we have every week that do not have any kind of church affiliation. They don't have a home church. It's a friend or somebody saw this on Facebook or whatever, and they plugged them into camp. And it really is such an incredible opportunity, not only to grow the kids who are in our churches and to help them go to the next level, but it's also a wonderful opportunity for evangelism and reaching kids on that kind of level. So very excited about that. But I feel like that's kind of an unsung thing with camp, that people just tend to associate camp with, this is where we send our church kids. But there's a lot of kids who do not come from church backgrounds, and it's super, super exciting to see them grow as well.
Right, exactly. And to be in a community of people who love them and, who maybe they've never seen something like that, and just lots of positivity that they're around. So one other thing I want to tell about you, Anthony, is so they know, hey, who's Anthony Sweeney? All those books behind you, you told me before we logged on here that you've read them all. So you're going to get so much Bible teaching from Anthony when he comes. He's read all those books.
Yeah, and totally memorize them, can just pull them out of the
air. That's awesome. Well, thank you again for your time. Parents, I just can't tell you enough. Make sure that you go to oilbelt.com and register for Junior High 1. That's June 11th through 17th with Anthony Sweeney. And then also, while you're there, register for Junior High 2 with Lance Bolt, July 23rd through 29th, because that would be 2 weeks that your student is away from home, having a great time, and you get some quiet in your house away from junior hires who eat you out of house and home, and they'll be in a great environment here at camp. So make sure you get students signed up, share with others. You register at oilbelt.com. Anthony, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Tell Anderson and Bo I said, hey.
You bet.
They're awesome. He has two of the coolest kids in the world, and they're going to be there. I love that they're growing up at camp, because it's going to be a good time. And we will see you guys later. So thank you so much.